Alrighty, we reached this paragraph before machines got started last time. If there are more planets associating with the 12th from Arura Lagna than the 11th,
the meditation.
then he is a big man. I shall receive from few and give to many. Beggars have all planets associated with the 11th house from Arura Lagna. Now, basically it's like this. If you have more planets associated with the 11th from Arura Lagna, it does not mean you have a lot of money. Okay? It means there are more sources for income. That's what it means. Whereas, you will find, like in the case of Tata, J.R.D. Tata, he basically only had one planet in 11th Arura Lagna. But he had many associated with the 12th. He just needs one to make money. But people who spend a lot of money are those who are perceived as wealthy. Because when you spend a lot, it means that you have lots to give, right? So in this world, one who gives a lot is considered wealthy. That's the idea behind this. And you should not think in terms of that 11th from Arura Lagna decides how wealthy you are. Nor does 12th indicate how poor you are. It indicates from how many you're taking and from how many you're giving. That's what it indicates. How much you will earn, to what extent you will earn, is really a question of Shri. But 11th house from the Arura Lagna is only one aspect of Shri. Namely, who will give you and who will you give to. That's why we call this 11th house from Arura Lagna one of the Shri Manta Yogas. One of them. It's not the final one. We'll study many Shri Manta Yogas. We'll study 3 in this course, I believe, if I'm right. Labhe.
Labhe.
Rahu Ketubhyam.
Rahu Ketubhyam.
Udararoga.
Udararoga.
Now, Labhe means 11th house, right? Let's do Katapayadi. La. Yara la. 3. Bha.
2. No, 1.
4. Why is right? 4.
So 43.
43.
I need to
Remove
study.
multiples of 12.
7.
43, right?
7.
7.
You get that? 36 is the closest. 5. 36 is the closest. From 36 to 43 is 7.
7. True. 4, 3, 5,
So
0.
remainder is 7. So, if Rahu and Ketu are in the 7th house of Arura Lagna, stomach diseases will happen. Or diseases in the stomach region. It need not be a stomach distinct problem. It'll be some issue with the organs which are like snakes. You know?
So intestine.
Intestines. Intestine problems come from this. So you see here the lower stomach is implied here as the nodes being like snakes indicate the intestines. And the regions nearby like liver, pancreas, etc. Any planet in the 7th house will indicate troubles in the body parts ruled by it. Like we saw in Sandeep's father's chart yesterday, Ketu was on Arura Lagna. So, problems in the stomach area. Rahu Ketu. Nodes along 1st, 7th, but anyway do this. So you should be careful. If you have nodes there, it can cause such issues.
Does this dictum work for Lagna as well or only Arura Lagna?
Arura Lagna. Tatra
Tatra.
Ketuna
Ketuna.
Jhati
Jati.
Tijani
Tijani.
Lingani.
Lingani.
Yes. This is an interesting one. Ketu in the 2nd or 7th house. Tatra can mean 2 things. See, Tatra can mean continuation of what we were doing before. What did we hear about before? Labha, which is 7th house. Tatra, if we do Katapayadi, we'll get Tais. Tais?
3.
Ta? Ta is 6. Ta, ta, da, da, na, ta. Ta. The real ta. This ta is 6. Tra. Now there are two ways of doing this tra. One is tat ra, due to which this will become 6 and 2. Other one is tat tra, which is 6 and 6. And the tradition will tell you which is which. It's not always the same.
Ra carries a T tone, doesn't it?
So it's
Ra is
without
supposed to be
like
riding the
alpha.
T. But in the tradition, we know that sometimes this is not 6 6, it's 6 2.
So 26.
26 too.
It can be 26.
So it's 2.
Second.
Then it becomes second house.
Mhm.
So two options here. Ketu in the second house or a seventh, because Tatra can mean continuation of the last sutra. Indicates prematurely graying hair or an elongated penis. I find this very funny.
What's this a bit?
Yeah. Now this is what's happening. I explain exactly what it means because it has nothing to do with any special skill or ability that the person has to enter any certain entertainment industry. Not at all. No.
Okay, I didn't think that far, but thank you very much for
It has
enlightening
nothing
me.
to do with that, and most people will be looking at this like that. And really, it doesn't. It doesn't. Okay. Old age symptoms like graying hair, dangling body parts, and such things are indicated by the Ketu in the Maraka house. It shows the effect of wrong food habits like bad timing, inadequate oxidizers, vitamins, and essential oils. Maraka effects are destroying the Aruda. This is what this implies. Ah. Now, how on earth are we going to start understanding this? He says this refers to Ketu. Specifically, he's referring to Ketu. It's not a Rahu Ketu thing, it's a Ketu thing. Where by implication, if Ketu is in the second or seventh, he can also cause prematurely graying hair, and you get these symptoms here. You look older. What is he saying? You will look older when Ketu is in second or seventh from the Aruda. Why does Ketu make you look older?
Because when you look at the description of Ketu, it's very smoky and
So smoky is
Malati, the grey-haired one.
yeah, okay, I don't know the description. Of course, I don't know. Sorry.
It's the Thai people, no?
no. If you know, then tell me. If you know,
Sorry.
if you know, then tell me. If you know, smoky. I will argue. What does smoky have to do with old age? You can say without a body. Ketu is without a body, so you will be closer to death, maybe. Right? It's a valid.
Also, because in the Naisargika Dasha, it's one of the very latest ones.
Yes.
So it's
There
in the
is a
past.
bit of a secret in this one. This is a very nice secret, I'll tell you. I was told to keep it shut for a long time. A long, long time. So now I'll teach you. Okay? I spent long enough.
It's recorded, no?
It's recording. Okay, I'll continue recording also. See, this is a Mahavidya Sutra.
But how do you
Among the Mahavidyas, Dhumavati is indicated by Ketu. And if you see her description,
just grey-haired?
she is grey hair, she's a widow, her husband is no longer there, she's old, wrinkled, everything is coming from this Ketu. So if you know what the Mahavidyas look like, then you know what each Graha will do in the second or seventh from Aruda Lagna.
On this side, but this is Mahavidya Sutra. So just to take this.
Second and seventh. The second.
So the other Mahavidyas in second or seventh will do their thing.
Yes.
With the Aruda.
Exactly.
She.
Tripura Sundari or Shodashi, Mercury. She looks very young, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in second or seventh, it can give a person who's very young looking based on this. Very, very young looking. Alright. But usually we look for a flaw of sorts. I'll tell you honestly, we look for a flaw. So that means the person can look immature, undeveloped. Okay? Girls who look like boys and boys who look like girls come from this Mercury. Okay.
Mercury.
From Mercury, yes. Right?
Seven house.
Yes. From Aruda Lagna. Can indicate that.
Yeah. This is
If afflicted more so, especially if afflicted by, Saturn, Mars, these two can do it. Rahu, Ketu. So like this, this is actually telling us something about really what is the problem, and it's also giving us a remedy to overcome this. Worship the Mahavidya. This is the remedy also. If you have Ketu in 2nd or 7th from Arura Lagna, worship Dhumavati, you'll overcome the problems with that Arura.
Elongated ne demek?
Bu
Kıvrık mı?
uzanmış ya, uzatılmış.
Çok büyük yani.
Evet.
What if there's a
çok uzun olan.
combination?
Ha.
What if there's a combination?
Planets, like more than one planet.
Like Mercury and Ketu. Mercury is the...
Then you worship 2 Mahavidyas. That's it. Malefics are the real problem here, and benefics only cause problems if they are afflicted. Okay? Hormonal problems come from Mercury in 2nd from Arura Lagna, afflicted. What does that mean? Problems with skin, weight is changing excessively, like very suddenly. Either you have a lot of weight or you lose a lot of weight, something like that will happen with Mercury. That's hormonal problem. How to overcome it? Tripura Sundari. So for this, you simply see which graha is in 2nd or 7th from Arura Lagna, which health problem it's causing, and give the remedy.
But
Mahavidya.
can you infer that with people that are Vrishabha Lagna as well, because the 2nd is loaded by Mercury?
Yes, you can. You can.
And lordship, just-
So would you give them the same kind of remedy, or it will be different because it's the lordship?
You can give the same remedy.
What about Jupiter?
What will problems with Jupiter give? Yes. Tarini. Usually not any problems, not any major. Unless it's afflicted.
Badakesh tarihi.
What?
Badakesh tarihi. In my case.
Other case?
Yeah, my Jupiter is Badakesh.
Yes, I know. But
So what
I was
does
wondering
what does it do? Make things grow? It's
Yes. Usually Jupiter will not cause excess growth in 2nd or 7th from Arura Lagna. Then it has to be associated with a disease. Instead, it can cause some liver problems. Liver problems can be there.
Liver.
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 If it is, however, joined Rahu or Ketu, specifically Rahu, it can give teeth problems. We're going to discuss that. We'll discuss Upapada. That's going to be part of the sutras.
Because it goes on bones.
Yeah, I'll tell you that also by then.
I'm not supposed to say.
Or you can. Just we'll get to that. Okay? So this one sutra has a lot of meaning. It actually tells you the remedy also. This is the beauty of Jaimini. He tells you a problem, he tells you the remedy. Okay? So similarly, what will you do up here? Rahu or Ketu in 7th from Arura Lagna. Same thing. Same remedy for both these things.
What is the remedy?
If Rahu is in 7th from Arura Lagna, Chinnamasta Mahavidya. Ketu in 7th from Arura Lagna, Dhumavati Mahavidya. Mercury in 2nd or 7th from Arura Lagna, Tripura Sundari Mahavidya, or Shodashi mantra, which I have given you. This applies more so from Arura Lagna. We'll discuss Lagna at some point. Okay.
And so on and so forth. the whole-
And so on and so forth. Sun Matangi, Moon Bhuvaneshwari, Mars, who's Mars? Bugalamuki.
If anyone should know, you should know.
Jupiter, Tarini. Mercury we discussed already. Venus, Kamalatmika. Kamala Ambika.
That's about it.
If a person can do it,
Saturn, Kalika. Sorry?
some person...
Small mantras. No, not any crazy big mantras.
Krakri Guru.
Small japa mantras. Small ones. Like
Bija.
Preem, Bhuvaneshwari, something like that. Small baby mantras. Not big. Let's see this chant.
Maya, you guys keep an eye on
Mm.
Maybe that's some-
Arura Lagna is in Sagittarius. Right? So, 12th therefrom is Capricorn, and 11th therefrom is Aquarius, right? Because we count in reverse, right?
Ketu.
Ketu's there, count in reverse. So, Rahu, Ketu along 1st, 7th Arura Lagna. You think the person has stomach problems?
Yes.
Correct. That's right. Yes. Okay, I don't know what else to tell you.
I see.
Hmm?
Yes.
Yes, he does. Definitely. Definitely. So this is causing udara roga, stomach problems. Good. See what happened was, he was bit once by a dog, and the dog bit him in this area here. Okay, he was a small kid, and he had to get injections because something happened to his liver. The liver was bitten into by the dog. So this is Jupiter's sign, right? So Ketu will cause problems there. So what is the problem in the stomach area? Liver problem.
Or
Due to that, other issues come up.
you see that from the sign placement.
Yes. The sign the nodes are afflicting is going to indicate what's the problem. Not whilst we do sutras. Okay. You could just find out, but when I do
What is-
sutra, you have to like.
This here.
Yes.
But is the lungs also afflicted, showing the dog?
Dog bite, yes.
Yes,
But
I-
this is the
I
stomach problem.
Yes.
Yes. I know you
I
know.
remember.
Good. Good.
Yeah, yeah.
Guruji, would you also infer that
Marrakesh.
since it's
Marrakesh. In Hamza.
it's 10th house, that it was the lower part of the body because of the house placement? Because then it should be a little bit lower, shouldn't it? Because it's 10th house.
So?
The liver isn't that higher than the 10th house?
See. You have some organs in your stomach area. Jaimini just says udara roga, stomach problem. So anywhere in the stomach area, this is about stomach area, right? Anywhere in there, that's where the problem will be.
So it's the abdominal area, not the stomach.
Yeah, abdominal also. Yeah, the entire area. Whatever is afflicted in that area is what is the problem. So in this area, Jupiter's liver. If it was Venus, pancreas. Okay? Okay. Next. Chandra Guru Shukreshu
Chandra Guru Shukreshu
Shrimanta.
Shrimanta.
Another Shrimanta Yoga. Moon, Jupiter, or Venus in the 2nd or 7th house cause prosperity and wealth. Remember? 7th house. 7th house is the mood of the Devata. 7th house Marura Lagna is the mood of the Devata who's riding you. So in which mood are they in? If Moon, Jupiter, Venus are there, they're very happy with you. They like you very much. The Devata wants to bless you. The Devata is like Moon, Jupiter, or Venus to you. Okay. And you also see here, even 2nd house is good and causes prosperity and wealth. Okay. So 2nd and 7th. Now, some people doubt that we should be seeing 2nd because Tatra doesn't have to mean 2nd house. But Parashara has confirmed the exact same thing. He has confirmed, yes, 2nd and 7th house, these Moon, Jupiter and Venus, they give prosperity and wealth. So we know that is the case. Had we not read Parashara, we may be in slight doubt here. Okay.
I've heard Mercury as well. But I don't know.
That's a different dictum. Different. He does give something, but it's not like these three do. You see, Moon and Venus are full of Jala, and Jupiter is holding the Akash. Most prosperity comes from these. Mercury will give more physical object, Prithvi. So these are really holding the blessings. I mean, Moon and Venus. Just overflow of wealth. Food in abundance, Moon and Venus. And Jupiter, you think he will not support food? He will definitely support good food. Very good food. Lots of prosperity comes from this. Note that I'm really talking about food here, because the 2nd and 7th from Aruna Lagna also deal with your health. How healthy are you and what is making you healthy? If these are associated, great. You just need one. Just one. That's enough.
But you'll.
We,
Sorry.
we can take the Karaka, the Sargika or Charakaraka for the person, one example, the moon, the mother.
You can infer that. It need not be the mother, but somebody who's like a mother. Because that is what is blessing you. Somebody is cooking good food for you to digest.
Yeah.
Jupiter, somebody is giving you good advice, so you have lots of money in the bank account. Venus, you have a good spouse who's making every evening and every morning a very pleasant experience. No, I didn't mean it by that.
But
Good
we,
place,
Life
huh?
is sweet.
What kind of pleasant?
yeah, what other can you do at
This
night to make
place-
it pleasant?
It makes life very sweet. Okay.
In good place, right?
Good, nice home.
Nice home,
Yes.
friendly.
Speaking sweetly to you. You're speaking sweetly to her. Life is good.
She lets you watch football and not bother you too much.
Whatever you need. Venus is giving that. Okay. Life is sweet. This is sweet. See, life is sweet. Jupiter is too real. He's very realistic. Venus is the one who really makes life sweet. He makes this life comfortable. Yes. Okay? Comfortable like, Maya's lying down on the couch. Are you comfortable? That type of comfortable is Venus. Comfortable. Life is easy. Jupiter will not give that. He'll give you a wooden table, wooden desk, and you'll count your money and say, my life is good, I can spend lots of money. This is very realistic and it's good also. But it's not like Venus. Poetry, songs, comfortable living, nice
Romantic.
people,
Romantic.
romance. Yes. I mean, some people will ask for a bit more of Venus, but I'm not going to say no to that.
Do we use Rashi Drishti as well?
Moon?
Moon.
Moon? What about moon?
Sorry?
Moon, Moon.
Adopted your way.
good
so-
food.
Good food.
Yes. Do we have a chef in the kitchen?
Just
Or
food.
maybe some. Moon's real blessing is really good food, yes.
Vegetarian, one
You're
example.
very healthy.
Vegetarian.
Very, very healthy. I didn't say vegetarian.
Okay,
It means the food is very, very healthy. It's very healthy.
Do we
Usually healthy food implies that it's to a great extent vegetarian. Okay? Sorry?
do we use Rashi Drishti as well?
Nah, not really. No. It doesn't work like that. Okay?
You said in the previous sutra, you mentioned also Jupiter that can, in second or seventh, could inflict liver problems or stuff like
Yes,
that.
if it is afflicted.
Mhm.
These will, I mentioned, the benefics will only do it if they are afflicted also.
But the question is, this is considering prosperity, wealth, and let's say some financial and part of life, and that part, when afflicted, is considering health or
Well, I've actually related all these to some extent to health. Moon, good food. Venus, sweet, comfortable living. Jupiter, the ability to spend on comfort. They all relate in some way or the other to what you're eating, how you're living, how nice your life is, how sweet your life is, how happy your mind is. They all relate to this. And when they become afflicted, you are not comfortable. And the first onset of that is illness and disease. So they're interrelated, very much so.
Well done, good explanation.
In truth, you must understand what is real comfort. Real comfort is not how big your house is in truth. It really isn't. It's these abilities that decide a good life. It's these. Think in those terms also.
so that wealth doesn't necessarily mean money, as might, but
It can be though. But yes, it need not be money, but it can be. Because it relates to very nice wealth. What is your wealth? Is it that you have two houses and for one of the houses you earn a lot of money on the house you're living in? And that your life is very comfortable? You're able to spend lots of money on food, lots of money on good oils. Oils are very important. The more money you get, the more you realize oils are important.
I don't know.
Like getting the right oil for the right food, to drink the right oil, to all these things, to use oil on your body, to maintain it for a long period of time. Because that is the problem with Rahu and Ketu, especially Ketu, that the body is drying up. You're not maintaining it. Remember the previous sutra about Ketu?
Yeah.
Your body is drying up. You're not maintaining your body. Whether it's inside or externally, you're not maintaining it. So these are giving comfortable life. Good medicine also, good doctors. Especially Moon will give good doctors. Moon and Venus can both give good medicine as well. Like Venus is homeopathy.
Which
Moon
one?
will be Ayurveda.
Moon is Ayurveda or Mercury is Ayurveda?
And both Moon and Mercury.
So what is normal medicine? Venus and
The
Sun?
type of medicine which is given is normally indicated by Venus though. The type of medicine, you take some medicine, put it in a sugar tablet, that is normally allopathic medicine, but it doesn't comprise of surgery, for example. It doesn't.
So you be more Mars, right?
Yes, exactly. So then these are just showing how the medicine is being administered in truth. Okay. Uchena,
Uchena.
Uchena.
Va,
Va.
exalted planets in the 2nd or 7th house also bring in wealth and prosperity. Because in the 7th it's going to indicate the mood of the devata also. So if you're exalted, it ensures that those doors are open. The deity is happy riding you. He says, Ganesha, you're a good mouse. Okay. And he feeds you well. That is what is happening here. Debility will not do this. Debility will do the exact opposite. Like before we said exaltation and debility are good, here debility is very bad. Okay.
Just a minute.
Yes,
the
yes, go
last
ahead.
sentence.
Om sign.
Don't say it's okay, but it's not much. But it's good, I'll tell you. You'll be very happy with that. Life is very happy with own sign also. Because because the whole concept of comfort comes from own sign. Okay? Now, whatever planet is debilitated in this 2nd or 7th, then the greatest blessing will be Nicha Bhanga. You will go from having a very humble beginning to being very wealthy. Very wealthy. Exaltation, you think this is good here. What if that exalted planet gets Rajbanga, sorry. It's very bad.
Really?
Very good.
Because from a high state you will fall. See, you must understand. If something is debilitated, you're already at the bottom. So if you suffer, you know you have suffered. Exaltation means you're standing on a thin line trying to maintain exaltation. You really are. Once more shift and that's it, bye. So what is better in Kali Yuga? Debility or exaltation? Debility, yes. Because from debility you can rise. From exaltation you can only fall.
Humility.
You cannot rise higher than exaltation. You can only fall. That's why Garga Rishi, he says, in this Kali Yuga, to be wealthy, you need at least one debilitated planet.
In
The Nadis, Chandrakala Nadi, he says, in this Kali Yuga, you need one debilitated planet. Exalted planets, useless.
in one of the three, D3, D1 or D9, or only in D1. Okay, you have amnesia again, I'm sorry.
We will discuss that when that time comes. Okay. He also says something else which is worth mentioning. In this Kali Yuga, there are no more kings left. All the rulers are but thieves who are stealing from the people. Yeah. Garga was very smart. So therefore we say, make peace with your ruler. He's but another thief. The next one will be just as bad. Don't worry. He will definitely be just as bad. He or she. Definitely. One crook after the other. So make peace. If they're all going to be crooks, why are you going to want one to leave and the other one to come in? Say this politician is bad, that politician is good. Oh, we should change this, change that. Just for another crook to come in? Oh, relax. Don't take politics so seriously. Okay. Anyway, they'll take your taxes. Take their taxes, right? Now. Swamsha.
Swamsha.
Vadanyat.
Vadanyat.
Prayena.
Prayena.
The sutra pertaining to Swamsa also apply to the Arudha Lagna. So when we learn Swamsa, we will learn that they also can be applied to Arudha Lagna. This is important because later we'll learn a bunch of sutras on Swamsa. They're all applicable to this. So everything that has been taught about the Arudha is also applicable to the Swamsa and vice versa. We're going to learn Swamsa soon. For example, when it comes to body parts, grey hair, etc. mentioned in the 7th from Arudha Lagna, we have found these to be more appropriate for Swamsha instead. So, that means Swamsha refers to that which is deciding who is ourself. Swa, remember? Swa Adhisthana. So I said Sva Adhisthana refers to you, the first one of you. Who is the first one of you? Atma Karaka. So Atma Karaka is implied by Svamsa. It also refers to Navamsha Lagna. In this context especially. So, all this prematurely graying hair, hanging body parts, stomach problems, you can see from the Runa Lagna and Rashi, or from Navamsha Lagna, or from Atma Karaka and Navamsha. Because Amsha refers to Navamsha, or any divisional chart. You can refer to any divisional chart, for which the tradition's Upadesha is. In this context that Jaimini is speaking of, it means Navamsha. Later on it may mean another divisional chart. So,
Can you change the
Grey hair.
style?
alright. Let's see.
I have loads of grey hair.
Right.
You can't see them.
You
Can't see it.
you
Coloured it.
you're already dyeing it.
Loads of grey hair.
Really, you're
Do
dyeing
you have
your
second
hair?
ketu?
Just these parts.
Oh my God, you're such a girl. You're dyeing your hair.
You have
Say
second
tell me.
ketu. You have second ketu.
Don't
I'm
have
dying
getting
also,
second.
but he has a better.
Second
No,
ketu.
no, no.
Ay,
He's
verdad.
using ketu.
Yeah, it must be.
So,
Para Varana go for
Sorry?
Parivartana.
Parivartana.
No, with the moon. I think
Actually,
so.
no, it's not him.
No.
That's why it's on you that
No.
much.
I would do it too.
I have mini green.
You have grey.
I
All
don't have,
grey.
yeah.
No.
I only started
Natural.
colouring it recently.
That's natural.
But
Yes,
That's
not
like
as
really early.
Like
I got my
lion.
first white
Yeah.
stripe
But the
at
ketu
the
is a
age of
natural
16.
age. After 41 maybe there are many
The
years
first white
of
stripe.
grace.
I
Yes, yeah.
didn't colour it. Only recently I started colouring it.
How sweet.
So what you have in
Just the
chart?
sides.
In chart.
What do I have in my
This
chart?
ketu
Yes.
is in
We'll open his
non-family.
chart later. You can do it.
You have this ketu in the second
No,
Ketu is in the
it
fifth
isn't.
house.
It's
from Rudolagna.
not from Lagnan, but from Rudalan it's a night, right?
Nine.
So
And
can,
in,
can cause
Navamsha?
Rahu and Ketu
Where's
axis
the
cancer
Navamsha?
In the sixth house.
in Onarudo?
Sixth.
Teeth.
Cancer.
From
No,
Natmakaraka
teeth.
Navamsha?
Just it.
In the Vamsa?
Maybe it's
Who is
the
having
seventh.
cancer?
Same from
Mars.
Natmakaraka.
Yeah.
They can
There you
give,
go.
both of them, they can give cancer.
Why Swamsha
But then they
want
have to be
consider it?
more directly
Natmakaraka.
associated with 6 and 8.
Natmakaraka or Lagnan? Both.
Like
We're not too sure
Jupiter
about
as
the
6
Vamsa,
or
so
8.
it could be fifth house.
Yeah.
Ketu. It could be
Yes,
sixth
but
house.
from
But from
Natmakaraka it's
Atma
fixed.
Karaka, you're right. Yeah.
Is it in Parsimons?
Remove
Ja, jag vet det.
Navamsha Lagna and put
No, it's
ketu
not
in
to
the
do
south.
with Navamsha Lagnan, it's with Natmakaraka
From
Navamsha. So.
Your hairs are
And I do
natural
get
color.
really dry skin.
No,
actually.
my natural color is nearest to that.
Hmm.
Some very like light blonde, light brown. But I don't have any
Like mine?
gray.
What is your natural
What?
color?
Like mine?
Dear.
This is
A
my.
bit darker than that.
I don't
It's
feel.
light
I
brown.
don't mess
Very light
around.
brown.
There's
No dyeing.
Lenas.
Okay, let's
Grayish
see.
a bit.
Hmm.
I use that.
But I
It's
don't
a
have any
glory.
gray hairs yet.
See. Now watch this. From the Aruda Lagna, this person has prematurely graying hair. From the Aruda Lagna, we see that from here Aruda Lagna is here. We don't see those symptoms. Neither in second nor from. See that? It's not there. Nodes are not there.
No.
So,
Let's see the Navamsha.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Now,
What
hey, which is
the
this?
other one?
Is this the chart? Wait a minute, maybe I put out the wrong chart. Let's see. Let's see. Just pause it for a second. This was the right chart. It's alright. This is the Navamsha of the same person. And he has a head full of grey hairs, and he started having it from his 40s. Okay? So, Saturn is Atmakaraka. Navamsa Lagna is Taurus. So this is Karakamsa, this is Navamsa Lagna. Both are Shvamsa. From here, Rahu no Ketu are in 2nd or 7th. They're not there. From Atmakaraka, Ketu is in 2nd. Prematurely graying hair.
So soul decides early grey.
You see, sometimes grey hair can come because of a very big shock. Like you see something that was very unpleasant, something that you didn't like. You got shocked about it. You reacted very badly towards it. So this can happen. This can cause graying hair. So soul level problems can cause graying hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you see, most people, they get grey hair after some terrible shock occurs in their life. Then it starts. Okay? It normally happens with that. Okay? Sometimes it's just natural.
Abuba.
I'm in 40s.
Yes.
My father went to war when he was 16 in the Second World War. 16 years of age, and he returned from the war. He was completely white. I mean, grey.
In 16 years age.
16 years of age, yes.
Yes.
Grey.
Well, not with 16, but 4 years later, when he returned, he
20s.
was 20s. He was grey. completely.
Yes. So, it works. Now, I don't know which chart this is, so I cannot just find it for you. But I can tell you this. This is Aries, this is the Rashi chart, this is Taurus, Gemini. Rahu's there is Atmakaraka. Arudha Lagna is here. Symptoms of old age come from the nodes, and it need not only be from Arudha. Also proves that the 7th house is meant by Tatra in the shloka pertaining to Ketu. So, in his Navamsha Lagna, he has Ketu. But Ketu is supposed to be in the 2nd or 7th from Atmakaraka or Navamsha Lagna. And here, it's not in 2nd from Navamsha Lagna, but Atmakaraka is here, and the 7th are from has Ketu. So everybody with Rahu Atmakaraka can risk of prematurely graying hair. That's what it means.
For you.
It means that. This is right. You have Rahu Atmakaraka, correct?
That's right.
Yes. Yes. Why don't I have any? I have Rahu Atmakaraka.
Mantras.
Mercury.
I have very little. I have for 1 or 2,
Mantras.
and that was, they stayed there. Not mantras. No. It could be, you can infer that. But
Black
meditation does help. My Atmakaraka Rahu is in Cancer in the person. What did I say? Drying out. No more water, no more liquids. Cancer is the repository for all the water. Okay.
Yeah, but Rahu is there, not Ketu.
In front.
Ketu is in Capricorn.
Yes, but the Atmakaraka has lots of water in it. Okay. It has lots. Yes, this fellow is being dried up by the sun. Venus is trying to help.
40s is also normal
It
age.
is normal. Everybody normally will get grey hairs around 40s. 42 and 45, right?
Aye.
Rahu Ketu? Normally. Before that, it means Rahu Ketu got activated and got involved. Who knows, maybe in a few years I'll start showing up some more. Like I'll have some, grays here and there. But, check first. Is there a lot of Jala influence? If there is, then it can delay this.
Ketu conjoins moon.
Ketu conjoins moon.
And the
How about Rahu in the Vamsha?
Rahu conjoins mantra.
Mangal. Which sign?
Libra.
Aries sign. Prithvi signs and watery signs, Jala signs, they give more. Okay? I will of course say that, right, yes, Prithvi and Jala, exactly. They give more liquids, more nutrition to the body. Okay? How much can you withstand shock? It's basically shock treatment. How much can you withstand shock before the grays show up? So, the watery signs and earthy signs help you withstand more. Okay? After an accident, what is the first thing that you advise? Give the person a glass of water. After some shocking experience, 1 glass of water. The people who have earthy and fiery, earthy and watery signs will automatically drink water all the time. You know, you see Branka how she talks to me. She says, "You're drinking all the time. I have these big glasses next to my desk. I just drink. It's empty. I say, oh, time to get up. Go back. Drink. And she's struggling to drink like 1 bottle a day, like half a liter or something. So she complains, of course. So check this in charts. And there's an answer to an important question here: how to stay young? Drink water. Because the Jala signs and the Prithvi signs will do it automatically. They'll automatically do it. More so because the Prithvi signs have more oil in them and the Jala signs have more water in them. So oils and water. I think everybody's saying that now. All the ladies are saying, you want to stay young, drink water. Am I right? They're saying that. They're saying that a long time now. It's a good idea. I recommend it.
Some color.
I don't think I look so young, but this helps.
Plastic surgery.
The signs do it. Okay. Any questions? We're going to get into more health sutras when we talk of Upapada. So that's it for now. Let us see where we are.